Good morning, welcome to a quick demonstration of how to prune a rose, a bush rose. In this example it's a David Austin rose, and his roses are usually regarded as shrub roses, so it's a pretty light prune, but the technique is basically the same whichever sort of bush rose you're pruning. What we're going to do is take off any sort of dead material like this, particularly at the base. Inevitably you get dieback after the winter. And because it's a shrub rose and the flowers on it, on David Austin rose, are quite big and heavy, you don't want to prune it too hard back, which is something that you would do if you were pruning, say, a floribunda or a hybrid tea. And the reason is that because the flowers are very heavy, you want the plant to have a reasonable structure, a reasonable branch structure, in order to support those very heavy blooms. And it's a good idea to allow it to build up quite a natural shrubby nature. If there's any branches, for example, that are coming up in the middle and you decide you don't want them, by all means take those off to allow light and air into the centre of the plant. This plant's only been in for a season, so it doesn't really need a great deal of pruning. So a lot of it is just tip pruning. And you're taking off maybe between perhaps a third, or maybe even slightly less than a third and a half. If it was more established, there'd be more older stuff to take out, but generally you don't want to take too much off. As I say, die back like this at the tips, you just need to take that off, and any weak sort of stems, not really liking that very much, I think I'll take that off. And any material that you cut off, try and clear it away. It's just a good hygiene precaution because you don't want it to sit around on the soil, potentially spreading disease. And it's really as easy as that. I mean, if you do find that you've pruned it too hard, it's not going to bother the plant at all. You're still going to get roses. Even if you forget to prune it one year, you'll still get roses. You'll probably find they're a bit smaller than they normally would be. But other than that, there's not much difference. So basically, don't stress out about it.